and feel, yup, just like I still love. Oh, this your girl, my band had to still love.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the River Hogs burner at wide receiver, closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the River Hogs and the Colts coming up next.
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Portland River Hogs and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for this visiting Portland club, they come in right at 500, looking to get that win to bump them back above 500.
This game means a lot to them because of what you just talked about. When you can bump yourself over 500, it's a lot of optimism in your building as you move forward in the season.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award. And he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely. And he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
That's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, you know, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, passed it around. I wonder what he did with it.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And he'll be taken down at the 18. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion. A perfect 39. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go. Bright. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. On 3rd down, they'll run it with McAllister. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return. Yeah,
you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Bright. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Trying to finish off this opening drive. From the 3, this is third and goal. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They go play action here on first down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. First play of the drive, a success. 19 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Well, following the play here, now we've got an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury. And we'll be back in a moment. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 34-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 34. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the River Hogs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters block.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the River Hogs have taken the lead. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running right, here's McAllister. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Back to throw. Weiss. Screenplay to McAllister. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Complete to number 84.
This defense for the Colts, they were excellent a week ago with a win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And complete to Drake London. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Portland football here ready to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the River Hogs go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
The point after is good, and it's now 21-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Colts set to take over here offensively. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing to start the drive. Weiss. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
Off the play fake. Weiss. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Buying time to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Weiss. And hauled in here by Rivera. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and
Back to throw. Weiss. He finds his man. Complete. It's Rivera. And he is going to have a Colts first down. And he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On the give, McAllister with it. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
And they really need to to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Bright. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. A handoff to McAllister. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Over the middle, complete. It's Sherman. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Weiss. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're not panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A give running left, McAllister. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff up the middle. Bright and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
He finds his man complete. That's Sherman. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see going in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And that'll be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, caught by London.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Weiss, right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Operating from the gun, Weiss. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Throwing on 3rd and long. Weiss. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it and brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Back to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Down inside the 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the River Hogs will extend their lead here just before halftime. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out west at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. And it's the 49ers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. The 49ers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. For From there, we'll make the trek east to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Jonathan Taylor with a touchdown run. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Colts, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down. Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it's sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt. Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go option to the short side. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They run with Deuce McAllister. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan. That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2nd and 4. Got a man. It's London. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throws right back to London, complete again. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Looking to throw. He's got his man, London, right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Incomplete in the end zone. Cameron Ditzler on the coverage. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the Colts coming out now. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Weiss. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. On 2nd down, it's Gardner. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to 14. And get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Dexter Lawrence able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect 2nd half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the 2nd half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the 1st.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That's good for our Colts.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's now
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Weiss, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Weiss. He finds his man. Complete. It's Rivera.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Operating from the gun.
Weiss. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Weiss. That's going to be caught by Kirk.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down. Bright. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Bright.
He'll get this down to the 38. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Weiss. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Results, 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Weiss. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 21-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Weiss. And they'll get this down to the 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
To 2nd and goal.
Up the middle they go. Bright. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Weiss. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Touchdown, Colts. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
They'll take over. First down.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Second and 9 now. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll look to throw. Throw left side. There's London. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
10 yards on the pickup.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the River Hogs look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now a dump off here complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Stewart. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got this one complete to Stewart. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Back to throw again. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Intercepted. They'll take over first.
This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for our visitors, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.